Hi, welcome to another Mental Health Minute provided by Central County Services. I'm Kristen Zychek. I'm one of the behavior analysts for Central County Services IDD Department, Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, and I work with the Behavior Supports and Crisis team. Today I want to talk with you and give you a basic foundation of reinforcement. With that, I'm going to describe and discuss what reinforcement is, and then in the process, debunk some myths and misconceptions about reinforcement. Before we get started, there are two specific things I want to talk about that we need to get on a common ground with, and that will help us in explaining reinforcement. The first thing that we need to be on the same page with is people are doing things all the time. We are always doing something. Unless we are dead or in coma, we are doing something. We're sitting, we're watching TV, we're listening, we're playing on our computer. You know, sometimes I come home and my oldest hasn't done her chores. I'm like, Molly, you've done nothing all day. Well, when in fact she has, right? She's played with animals, she's done artwork, she's hot glued stuff, she's made snacks, so she's done a lot. She just hasn't done what was expected or what I asked her to do. So that's a very important factor that we need to get on a common ground about. The next thing is everybody wants to know what and when they're doing well. Everybody wants to know when they're right. We as employees, we go to our boss's office, we want to know what we're doing well. Kids want to know when they're right and they get what they want, and then when they're not. So there's two things we need to discuss before we move on. So what is reinforcement? The scientific definition of reinforcement is a behavior occurs, and right after that behavior, the person is given something or something's taken away that will increase the future probability that that behavior happens again. So reinforcement, behavior happens, give them something, take something away, and that behavior is going to increase. We implement reinforcement procedures when there are behaviors that we want to increase, we want to see happen again. We want them to do their homework again. We want them to ask for stuff nicely, right? We want to be nice to friends. We want our clients to be nice. We want to be nice to friends. We also want our clients to be nice to friends. On the flip side, the difference between reinforcement and punishment, real quick, is punishment, a behavior occurs, something is given or taken away that stops the behavior or quickly decreases the frequency of that behavior. You want it to stop. So reinforcement, we increase the likelihood of that behavior happening again. Punishment stops it. Stop hitting your sister, go to your room. Stop cussing. Okay? Stop throwing things, okay? So we use reinforcement procedures because we want our clients, our kids, our loved ones to do appropriate adaptive skills. So the next aspect of reinforcement, and I'm asked this question a lot, why use reinforcement procedures? I shouldn't have to bribe my kid to do what should be expected of them already. Well, let's look at the definition of bribery. Bribery is you give money or a gift prior to the behavior occurring. You give somebody a gift to vote, for them to vote the way you want them to vote. One of the actual definitions is you give money to influence government decisions. So you give something in hopes that somebody will follow through. It does not guarantee someone's going to follow through, and it's very manipulative, right? You're trying to persuade someone to do something. With reinforcement, like I said earlier, the behavior happens. Then for positive reinforcement, behavior happens and they're given something in hopes that the behavior will happen again. And it's used for safety skills, social skills, skills that will open the door for them. They have the choice, right? I use homework as an example a lot. You do your homework, you get 5 minutes on the computer. You ask nicely for the soda, you can have some soda, right? So we're trying to teach them how to access their environment and access friendships. So the last main point about reinforcement that's so important is when you talk about reinforcing, you have to really discuss what is the behavior that we're reinforcing. What is going to lead this person to good things? What is going to help this person find friends, right? What is going to help this person date if they want to? What is going to help this person be able to stay in his home? So it's really life altering decisions and discussions that you're making with the person. What does it mean to accept no to the person? What kind of doors are going to open up for this person when they can ask for what they want nicely, or when they can sit in a classroom without throwing tables and chairs. So it's more focusing on what can open up for this person and increase their quality of life. So in conclusion, these are just some foundational points on reinforcement. Thank you for listening, and tune in for another Central County's Mental Health Minute.